Hello everybody, I hope you all are in the best of your health and you all are enjoying your good and beautiful life. Today we will discuss about modal verbs and their uses. Modal verbs are used with other verbs, with other main verbs you can say, to express ability, obligation, possibility, skills, and so on. These verbs are used to show ability, skill, obligation, possibility, and many other things, and so on. Modal verbs do not change their form. They don't have first form, second form, third form like the other verbs. They don't change their form and they have no infinitive and they have no participles, present participles, past participles like the other verbs have. The other verbs have past tense, the other verbs have past participles, the other verbs have present participles, we can say ing form. So these modal verbs don't have these forms, participles and infinitive. Modal verbs are helper verbs. They do not need an additional auxiliary in negative and question sentences. We always use first form of verb after all modal verbs. We always use first form of verb, main verb you can say. We always use first form of main verb after these modal verbs. The modal verbs are, the very first is must. If we want to show religious obligation, we use must in the sentence. If we want to show religious obligation, we use must in that sentence as you must say prayers regularly. You must say prayers. Saying prayer is a religious obligation, so we use must as a modal verb to show religious obligation. In another way, we use must for a compulsion or forced action. You must take rest. You must take rest for preparation of your exam. We use must for forced action. You must do this. So must is also used for obeying laws. You must obey laws. The other modal verb is ought. Whenever there is a moral obligation, must is used for religious obligation and ought is used for moral obligation. We use ought. After ought, we use to. After ought, we use to. And then first form of the verb. We are to respect our teachers. We are to obey our parents. We are to respect our parents. We are to respect our elders. So whenever we talk about moral obligations, we use ought to. The other modal verb is should. Whenever there is a personal gain or loss, whenever there is a personal profit, whenever there is a personal loss, we use should. We should, as you can see in the example, we should reach the station in time. We also use should for advice. Whenever we want to give advice, we use should. Whenever we want to give some suggestion, we use should. As you can see in this example, you should prepare for exam. You should prepare for exam. In this sentence, someone is giving advice. So should is used for advice, for giving advice, for suggestion, and should is used for the personal gain and loss. The other modal verb is would. Whenever we want to show a polite request, whenever we want to show a polite request as a question, whenever we want to show a polite request as a question. Mind it, the sentence would be in question form. Whenever we want to make a polite request as a question, we use would. As you can see in this example, would you come here? Would you come here? There is a question mark at the end of the sentence. Would you please give me your book? There is a polite request. Would you please give me your book? So this we use would in this sentence when we want to make a polite request, to show a polite request. And the other way to use would is used as second form of will and shall. Would is also used as a second form of will and shall. As you can see in this sentence, he told me that he would go there. He told me that he would go there. Here would is used as the second form of will. So the other way to use would is, if you use would that, it is used to show imaginary thing. Would that is used to show imaginary thing. Would that I were president of the country. Would that I were president of the club. Would that I were, you may say, would that I were prime minister of the country. So would that is used for imaginary thing. You only imagine the things, but the reality is something different. Would is used for supposition. When we want to suppose something, you can use would. He would have been 16. He would have been 16. He would have been 16 when he moved Islamabad. When he moved to Islamabad. He would have been 16 when he moved to Islamabad. So someone is supposing that he would be at the age of 16 when he moved to Islamabad. May and might. The other modal verb is may and might. If you want to ask permission to show possibility or wish, we use may. When we ask permission to show possibility, he may give permission, he may not, he or she may not give permission, we use may. For example, may I sit here? He may say yes, he may say no. She may say yes, she may say no. If there is a doubt about an event, and there is some doubt about an event, we use may. We use may or might. When there is a doubt about an event, we use might. For example, might the patient recover? Might the patient recover? When there is a doubt about an event, we use might and may. We also use might as second form of may. We also use might as the second form of a may, as he prayed that I might live long. The other modal verb can and could. When we want to show power, skill and ability. When we want to show power, skill and ability, we use can in the sentence. When we want to show power, ability, skill, we use can in that sentence. He can speak English. He can play football. He has ability. He has skill to play football. He has skill to speak English. He can speak English. It means he has power. He has skill to speak English. Could is used as a second form of can. For example, he could teach economics. He had power to teach economics. He had ability. He had skill to teach economics. So these are the modal verbs. Is there any question you may ask? Your question will be welcomed. Thank you very much.